Hey everyone, I'm Cici,
And I'm Sharif.
and this is Life with Us. Well, first of all, I'd like to wish you a happy Thanksgiving, Merry Christmas, and a Happy New Year. It's been a while, but we are back with another episode.
True, we are back. Indeed, it's been a while. It's been a busy time with family and moving and so on. Maybe you noticed, but we're in a different place, new location. So all of that is now behind us, and we can get back to
Yeah,
make
to
more.
bringing you content and to sharing, our stories and our life with all of you.
Exactly.
So yeah, it's good to be back. It's good to be back with our friends and family, everyone that is watching. So yeah, thank you for being here. First of all,
Mm-hmm.
today we're going to talk a little bit about the new year, New Year's resolutions, goals, our goals or resolutions for the year.
Right.
But we don't really do like resolutions or New Year's resolutions, right?
Yeah, I get not in the traditional sense, I guess, like that at the end of the year or New Year is approaching, and you really focus on, okay, it's New Year, fresh start. I have to start doing new things, change up the way I do things. We don't necessarily do it like that, in the
Yeah,
traditional
I
sense.
guess you would say we're more goal oriented and also not really in the traditional sense of like I want to be a business person or something. That's very vague. But no, what we usually do is we just think of things we want to achieve during the year or things we want to work on, and I guess we just continue to build on yeah the previous years and previous goals and things like that. So we don't go crazy and start
Yeah,
completely new things.
yeah, it is a good time to like reflect upon the goals you set for your previous years. It's like the holiday season. You usually have some time off. You're at home, so you have the time. If you, with your partner, you have the time to sit down and reflect, and maybe you can plan ahead for the new year. So it is a good time to do it. And as you say, we usually like to put goals that we want to achieve.
And we'll be talking about those goals later on or pretty soon. But like what we also like to do is kind of write about our goals, talk about our goals,
Mm-hmm.
and we usually take 2 weeks or 3 weeks and we do like prayer and fasting. For those of you that don't know what that is, maybe Sharif, you can explain like what we do with prayer and fasting.
Yeah, it's we believe that it's good to plan, to have your things written down, and to have an idea, a vision for for your year as a couple, as a household, to have all of that written down, but also to commit your plans to the Lord, because in the end, it's God that has the things in control, and He decides. And we think it's good to commit our plans to the Lord so that they can be successful. And that's we like to do that at the beginning of the year. Also, usually with the church community, we do a corporate like prayer and a corporate fasting, and take some time to focus on that and make sure our plans are aligned with the plan that God has for us in this year. We remember to leave some room
Yeah.
for God also to guide us this year. So we like to
Yeah.
do that at the beginning of the year.
Yeah, exactly. Like the heart of man makes plans, but the Lord is the one that establishes those plans and gives direction. So
Right.
that is a very important thing for us at the beginning of the year. We do that every year. We've done it every year since we got engaged. So
Mm-hmm.
this is going on 6 years that we've been, planning and praying and fasting. I believe it also helps. The Lord can bless your plans when you bring it before Him,
Exactly.
and it also works out as a way of you're also accountable to God to keep the promise that you made
Mm-hmm.
with the plans and the goals that you made. So that's very big for us. And just to be clear, with prayer and fasting, it's really those two go together. If you just starve yourself, if you don't eat anything, or if you put away a certain thing, or you don't watch TV for 2 weeks and you don't pray, there's literally no point in doing that if you're not going to
Exactly.
pray. Those two go hand in hand, they go together.
Mm-hmm.
And we do it, of course, more often during the year, but the one at the beginning of the year is very important for us because it's where we establish the vision we have for the year, and we talk about the things that we achieve and we bring it before God, and that's really important.
Right.
Yeah. And for you guys watching us at home, we made a little, prayer and fasting planner. It's the way that we always fast. We make a plan for what we're going to pray, well, our prayer points, basically. And we put down our Bible verses that we want to meditate on and that we read together. And then we pray together during those days. So, we have a little planner for you guys.
Yes, Cici likes to have everything planned out, but I do think that's a good approach to um to plan out your week or 2 weeks, whatever, 10 days, 20 days of prayer and fasting, so that you can be focused, your goal oriented. You know what you're going to pray for, and you can really take the time to focus on separate things that you want to do. It might be individual things that you want to do. It might be for you as a family,
Yeah.
for you as a household. We try to like separate it, in those categories roughly, and plan it out throughout the week, throughout the period that you're praying and fasting, that you can pray specifically, for specific things.
Yeah, because what used to happen in the past with me is I wouldn't like set specific things to pray for each day. I just kind of like go with the flow. And that's also a nice way to let the
Hmm.
spirit, like the Holy Spirit, work through you. But for me, the way my brain works, it doesn't always work because I get a little bit discouraged because I feel like I don't know what I'm doing. And so planning it out meticulously
Hmm.
helps me to focus, and it works so much better for me. And there's also a little section that says notes. So whenever you feel like after prayer, you feel like you've received something or you've had a little nudge of the Holy Spirit, or something that came to mind, you can just write that down. And at the end of the 2 or 3 weeks or 1 week or a few days of prayer and fasting, it depends on how long you do it. Then you can reflect, look back, and like take that up with you during your prayers, daily prayers, or whatnot.
Yeah, and I guess it's also nice, like at the end of the year again, when you do reflect back upon, now it's 2020, 2022, sorry, you don't want to go back to 2020. When you reflect back on 2022, you can look at your fasting planner, see the notes you've written down, and you can sort of evaluate how things went throughout the year.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, I think it's a nice idea to have it on pen and paper and available to everybody that's watching.
Yeah, so it's free. There's a link in the description or a link on our social media pages. Just
Hmm.
go ahead and download it and use it however you want. It's our gift, our New Year's gift to you. So, make sure you download that and start your year off right in prayer and fasting.
Right.
So, Sharif, what are some of your goals for this year? Like your personal goals? Because I mean, we're still people,
Hmm.
individuals.
Yeah. Um, I guess I'm probably not alone in this. That some of the goals that I had for last year became goals for this year, just because of the way this year went. The It's been a hard year. It's been a difficult year, and sometimes I didn't have the energy to do some of the things that I set out to do, um, and it's okay, I guess. Yeah, you have to
Mm.
come to terms with that for yourself. Know that it's okay that even though you plan something, I'm actually speaking to myself, that like I
Yeah.
I planned certain things out and they didn't happen, and you might feel bad and maybe disappointed in yourself. That's the thing that I had to deal with and get
Yeah,
over it.
definitely.
But yeah, you have to go again. You have to just gather yourself and let's say, okay, we're going to
Give it
try
another
again.
try.
Give it
Yeah.
another try. So this year, this is my year of graduation. It should have happened last year. Didn't happen, unfortunately. But I'm putting everything I have behind that specific one. That's one of the biggest one I have to graduate, and looking at finding a job somewhere to work, where I can have a
Mhm.
fulfilling job and be happy with my work and contribute. Those are my main personal goals this year. And yeah, obviously have some time over to work on music, uh, our music, and and grow, read more this year, and listen to more podcasts, and just gather more knowledge. Those are personal goals of mine for this year.
Yeah, for me, like last year was a tough year on me. I have to say, last year I started the year feeling a little like strange. I didn't have any big goals or big plans. Usually you have like these big plans, that goals you have to achieve, or at least we think we need to have big
Mm-hmm.
goals and big plans to achieve. But looking back at it, I'm glad that I didn't have anything to put too much pressure on me, because it was really a difficult, like emotionally difficult year, heavy year. And so I feel like it was a year of mostly just staying strong and keep going.
Mm-hmm.
From the outside, everyone thinks that, oh, it's great and awesome, mostly because I put all of my energy in things like this to
Mm-hmm.
keep me going, because it really helps. It really gives me strength. But yeah, so going into this year, I really wanted to have some goals, or at least I felt like I could have some goals. And I feel like this is like a good year to pick up some things back, like pursuing um music again, making more music. Last year I had a little EP release, just putting it out there because
Mm-hmm.
we were working on it for so long and we didn't do anything about it. But this year I want to really focus on writing again. I haven't written new songs in such a long time.
Right.
So getting those creative juices going, that's a big goal for me. And also focusing a lot more on really finding projects that are really fulfilling, and continuing to encourage my vocal students, my singing students,
Mm-hmm.
because after all, that is my profession. I'm a vocal coach. And so I just want to get better at those vocal techniques so I can really get the best out of my students. That is a major goal for me in this year. And of course, like continuing to pursue other passions that maybe are not that big, but I'm really big into theology. So listening to more audiobooks and sewing more, making
Mm-hmm.
myself clothes and things for our house and accessories and things like that. So that's big for me. One big goal that I did have last year though was, remember, I told you this, like focusing on family more
Right.
and building closer relationships with my siblings and my family.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's a goal that I'm going to continue this year. Last year it really went really great. I was
Yeah.
so proud of myself.
Proud of you.
Thank you, babe. So yeah, this year I want to continue to build on that, because I think family is an important pillar and one of the reasons that I'm literally still standing here this year.
It's family. Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
family and friends.
Great. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah, and maybe we can say something as well about our couple goals, relationship goals, things we want to do this year,
Yeah.
or like household goals,
Yeah, we have like goals, shared goals,
shared goals. Maybe it's a better name. Yeah.
Yeah, because of course we have our individual goals, but we also have like things we want to achieve as a couple together, as
Mm-hmm.
a unit. So I would say a big one for this year will probably have to be finding a house. I know we just moved,
Mm-hmm.
but it's just a temporary move.
Mm-hmm.
But I really want to find like a family home, like a home where we can start a family and grow together. And important, very important, is hosting people. I'm big on having family over, and there being no pressure to
Mm-hmm.
go away, because they can freely stay if they want to, or receive family and friends from abroad. That is very important to me. So I really would like, we really would
Yeah.
like a
Exactly.
house, yeah, to receive people, and yeah, for it to be a place of love.
Yeah. True. And yeah, also one thing we talked about. All those things require, like, for us to be a certain level financially. It's been also a difficult time at times, financially. Things that come up unexpected, and so on. But this year we have a fresh start, and we are working on that, and trying to be more stable, and trying to be more we can give more. Indeed, having people
Yeah,
over that you can be, um yeah, that you can just, what's the word, I
that we can,
know that you can give more, and so on.
yeah, that you can be more like giving.
Exactly. That's the word, that you can be more giving.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's also a major goal. Of course, with graduating comes a bit of, yeah, leaving the student life behind, and um, yeah, going into proper adult life, even though we're adults already. But
Yeah.
there's a switch that comes with that, and a switch in mindset and those things, and it affects both of us. It affects our household. So that's a joint goal. That's a shared goal.
Yeah, it's definitely an important goal as well because we talked about it last time about how important it is to discuss finances and things like that
Mm-hmm.
when you are in a relationship. So yeah, finances is like something that keeps everything moving, and we all know that it's also a major reason why people get divorced, finances. So yeah, if we have that stable, yeah, we
Mm-hmm.
can yeah, we can be more at peace at
Mm-hmm.
times. And definitely giving, we are big on just giving. We give a lot of our time, um and we've been better givers than last year, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
So we want to work on that, on being more giving and
Yeah, but
receiving
also
people
with
into our
time,
home.
exactly, our talents, helping out, and so on.
Yeah, I think that that is very important to us. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Are there other goals that we have, shared goals that we have? I think a spiritual goals is like very important.
Right. That's the next step. Yeah.
Yeah, do I don't know if you guys have shared goals. If you have shared goals, let us know, like shared spiritual goals, but like spiritual goals is important to us. Um I think a big one for me is having us like pray together a lot more and do a lot more devotionals together, and yeah, and doing we do a lot of ministry together as well. So
Mm-hmm.
those, we also have goals for that.
Yeah, like we are youth leaders in our church, and that's one of the things that give us uh, yeah, a lot of fulfillment. So this
Mm.
year is, we really want to focus on growing in that aspect as well, working with youth, and finding ways to help young people navigate the problems of this age. And this year we'll really focus on that. The podcast is sort of part of that, but um, next to the podcast as well, just in church and the people we know, that's one of the things that we want to focus on. And yeah, just find new ideas, dive into the Bible, and really help young people lead a biblical life. That's really one of our goals this year,
And
and
it's
and
something that we're very passionate
we're
about as
passionate
well.
about that. And yeah, I think we're going to pursue that even more this year.
Yeah. And it may seem to you maybe like it's a lot of different goals, but that's why we plan. You see,
Exactly.
we have them all written down in our planner, and we have, of course, very specific goals. We're just kind of sharing a little bit broad
Mm-hmm.
about kind of what they are, but we have more specific goals. Like for me, something that we really want to do this year is to push people a bit out of their comfort zone, especially in our ministries. I've already started doing it last year, and I know that some of them are watching or
Mm-hmm.
listening, and they're like, "Cici, ugh, not more, not please don't push me anymore." But
Yeah.
I really want them because I really believe in the people that we are shepherding and that we
Mm-hmm.
are leading, and I really believe that God has a lot in store for them, and they have a lot of potential in them. Sometimes you just need a little bit of nudge. So
True.
this year would be for me like a year where we really train people into, yeah, just achieving the things that God has in store for them,
Mm-hmm.
and pushing them a little bit out of their comfort zone maybe sometimes, but I guess that's how we grow and that's how we learn, all of us. And I'm pretty sure we will also be pushed a bit out of our comfort zone this
Yeah.
year. So yeah.
Yeah, so you can be as specific as you need to be. There's the method, SMART method. I don't really remember what all the acronym is, what it all stands for, but basically it's that you can that you're specific, and that it's measurable, that you can see that you're making steps towards your
Yeah.
goal, and it's realistic and so on. You can look it up, SMART, but it's just a way, try that you can be specific as well. And yeah, the more specific you become, the more things you notice you're writing down. So that's also why it's good to plan things out. That's why we hope that the planner can be of great use, of great help to you guys in helping you, keep everything clear for yourself, and that you can, methodically go through all the things that you want to pray for, and that you will take into your prayer and fasting period.
Yeah. Well, guys, I think that's pretty good for today.
Yeah.
Do you think it's good?
Hmm.
I think we did good.
Good way to start 2022. And
Yeah.
yeah, I really do hope that this year will be a great one, that you will keep pursuing, that you will not give up this year, and that you, will give it everything that you have. We know it's been difficult, but you have to keep on pushing. Find renewed strength every morning again, every day again. Pray for renewed strength, and God will give you that, and God will help you in that. And having people around you that can also push you, that can also help you in this journey.
Hmm.
That's worth gold. So we
Yeah.
really hope that this will be a good year for you as well.
Yeah, I think my wish for you guys, for all of you this year is that, you just grow closer to God this year. Not Don't be so hard on yourselves. We talk about planning and goals and resolutions and everything, but it's okay if this year all you can do is, stay strong and
Hmm.
push through. It's okay that if all you can do is just be present and stay alive and take care of yourself, if that's all that you can do, that's quite an achievement on its own as well. So I hope that this year you will give yourself a little bit of grace
Hmm.
and kindness. I pray that this year you will be surrounded with people that love you and care for you and just want to see you move forward. And I just wish you the best in all of your endeavors, really.
Yeah. And I promise you, if you look back, if you really look back and think about how the last year has gone, there'll definitely be some highlights, and let those things,
Yeah.
um, give you that sparkle, that energy that you need to go on. Besides everything, we did have a good 2021.
Mm-hmm.
Um we 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 usually like to travel at least a couple of times a year, but we didn't manage the last 2 years. But we did get to go to our friend's wedding in South Africa,
Yeah,
and that was a big highlight of this year. And
definitely.
if you look back, there's definitely things that you can, that brings a smile to your face,
Hmm.
and that gives you that extra push that you need going into this year. And yeah, that's what we hope for you guys. We'll be bringing hopefully regular content for you, and hope you keep joining us. And yeah, see you soon. Almost forgot. We do have questions, so let's go into our Q&A, should we? Okay.
Yes, it's time for our
Yeah.
Q&A. It's been a while since we've done a Q&A, but thank you for sending your questions. We will be answering them. And so, dun, 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 dun.
Question numero uno.
Question numero uno. Okay, the question is, are you guys already planning on making new music in 2022, or will you go with the flow and make music whenever you feel like it?
Hmm. We already have some plans, don't we?
Yes.
Actually, there's a lot of things that we've written and we never brought out. We might bring some of those out, but we also have ideas for
Mm-hmm.
new songs, new concepts for a new EP or album. And let's
Yeah.
just keep it at that.
Yeah, I would say a hint would be in my recent EP that's online.
Hmm.
So if you want to go figure out what it could be, that could be the quite the scavenger hunt. So yeah, definitely, I definitely have plans for new music. We might even have plans for a new album or EP.
Hmm.
And yeah, as Sharif said, we have a bunch of songs just laying around. We've never done anything with them, or we kind of started and never finished.
Hmm.
So we might release some of those in Papiamento and some in English. So we hope to have something for everyone,
Exactly.
really.
Right.
Yeah, that's a good question.
Hmm.
I have another one. Can you mention something that you're both proud of as a couple and something you want to work on in 2022?
Hmm. Um, I am, yeah, I'm actually proud of a lot of things that we do together. I'm proud that we uh, took the step and the courage to start this podcast. That's a
Yeah.
big one. If you guys know me, I'm not one
Yeah.
to be in the spotlight and be upfront and so on. That's usually Cece's thing.
My
But
thing.
yeah, I'm really proud that we did take the step and just see where it goes. And yeah, the seeing our ministries grow as well, our youth ministry, the praise and worship team in church and so on, seeing the team grow. I'm really proud of that, and that we actually managed to put out music last year. And I'm happy with the way it turned out, and people enjoyed it, and that it blessed people. So I'm really proud of that. And those are all things that we do together that we are
Yeah.
proud of together. So.
I'm very proud, or mostly proud, of the way that we support one another. Yeah, I would say we are extremely supportive. Like, Sharif wanted to graduate last year, and it didn't work out, and he had to start all over again. In any other situation, maybe like somebody would have said, like, just give up and stuff. And yeah, we were at the point where we were like, should he try again and things like that. But I'm glad that we are like just like supportive people, like a
Mm-hmm.
supportive couple. And when I was having my difficulties, like, he was also like present and there and picking up on things that I just didn't have the strength to do at the time. So yeah, I'm very proud of, yeah, how we support one another and how we love one another, and how we communicate our feelings. That's also a big one. I know a lot of couples that have a lot of trouble when one couple is like, when one person is like suffering with anxiety or depression, and they just don't talk about how they're feeling, or they don't say anything about it, and it can be very heavy on the other partner. And
Mm-hmm.
so, yeah, I'm glad that we are open enough, or I at least I feel safe enough that I'm able to talk to Sharif about things like this. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, those
True.
are definitely things that we're proud of. And
One more.
what we wanted to work on. That was also part of the question.
Oh yeah,
Something we want to work on, or maybe something we want to get better at.
yeah. So like you mentioned working on bettering your relationship with family, looking at people more. Living in the Netherlands, sometimes it's difficult to find a time to visit people. And yeah, we really tried working on that this year, and I also want to take that into this year, and make time for family, make time for friends, and visit people, have people come over. So that's that's
Yeah,
definitely one.
I would say something maybe that's couple specific, like specific to just the two of us, is cooking together.
Oh yeah,
That's something we wanted to pick up this year.
yeah,
I don't. I enjoy cooking occasionally,
same.
and so sometimes we're just sitting on the couch and we're like, ugh. Who's gonna cook? Are you gonna
Hmm.
cook? And we just stare at each other and we're like,
Yeah,
we'll just order something.
exactly. Hopefully every day one of us is excited to cook, and if one of us is excited to cook, there's food. If none of us is excited to cook, we
But
really
we
have
want to
options.
work on trying like out new recipes and cooking together more,
Hmm.
and using that a little bit as a bonding experience, because we do love food, and I feel like you can really like find a bond with a person through just shared food that
Yeah,
you both love. And so
and try out new
well,
things.
yeah, and try
Basically,
out new
that's it.
things.
And
So
it's nice to do new things together. So.
yeah, that's definitely a something we want to work on in
Exactly.
2022. It's like cooking together. Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay, last question. What are your top 3 tips for a couple who wants to pursue Jesus even more together as a couple?
Mm,
This is like besides your own relationship or your own spiritual journey, like together.
yeah. Um, I can maybe make it practical. Um, like worshiping together, like finding songs, bands that you like together, and if you're together, instead of watching Netflix maybe, or just um, put on put on some music, put on a concert of Maverick City Music, Elevation, whatever,
Whatever you're
whatever
into.
you into, and take the time to worship together and pray together. Doing yeah, engaging in those things together really creates that spiritual bond that is so necessary as a couple. and that helps you grow. So that's a practical one. Um, yeah. Do you have another tip?
Yeah, I think I'll just say what we do because I feel like for every couple it's different, and
Mm-hmm.
especially at the beginning of your journey, you have to kind of figure out what works for you as a couple. Like we've been trying to figure that out for, I mean, most of our marriage. For instance, I like to pray at night. He likes to pray in the morning. So as you grow together, you also learn what works for both of you when it
Mm-hmm.
comes to pursuing a deeper relationship with God. But what I think we've stumbled upon is that we have a shared interest in talking about theology and really talking about the word and doctrine and things. It's maybe boring to some people or other people, but we find that extremely interesting. So we often watch the same YouTube videos on like just theology or just basic
Yeah.
biblical topics, or um, and then we discuss them together.
Yeah. That
That's
we have
something we
things to
really
discuss. Yeah.
enjoy doing. You know, hey, did you watch that video? Yeah, that was great. Oh yeah, what do you think about this and that? You know, that is something that really grew us together. Um, and a recent thing that we discovered this year is like our love for audiobooks, because like we're not big on reading, or I used to like to read, but finding time for it is difficult.
Mm-hmm.
So we really enjoy audiobooks on our commute to work. So what we now do is like we listen to audiobooks together. um and that's been really also great because we also have again a lot to talk about
Mm-hmm.
when it comes to our relationship with Jesus. And yeah, praying together, I know it's cliche, but it really helps praying together. And what else?
Yeah, and I guess the final one, also very practical again. You know, you're a couple. It's the two of you, but it's actually not just the two of you. A good thing is to really be
Yeah,
involved in a community.
definitely, it's huge, guys.
Yeah, if you can have people that can console you if you need console, or just talk with you about your relationship, see how things are going. Um, Talk with other Christian couples, people
Mm-hmm.
that can inspire you, people that you can hang out with and have healthy relationships with. Because, um, yeah, we as a community are the body of Christ. So if you want to have a relationship with Christ, you have to
Have
have
a
a
relationship with
community.
the body, yeah.
Yeah, with the body, which is the community. So be
Mm-hmm.
involved in your local church. Don't close yourself off. You
Yeah.
know, um, really allow people into your life, and
Yeah.
have people of confidence that you can talk about your relationship with.
Yeah,
And
find a church community that feels like home, that feels
mhm,
like family. You know, if you don't have that yet, find a way to, you know, find your people or your tribe within your church community, or find a church where you do feel at home and you feel like it's family. That has been such a blessing for our relationship with God, because sometimes, you know, um, you need direction and you're like, oh, you're at home and you're praying for God to like guide the two of you or guide your relationship or whatever. But oftentimes God uses people. Like all throughout the Bible, God uses people.
mhm,
Um, so that is huge. Like serving together, that
mhm.
has been, yes, that has been such a blessing for our spiritual journey together, serving together, you know, doing ministry together. So maybe find something that you enjoy doing in church together, or find a way to help and serve together, you know? That is that honestly, that has been the biggest blessing for us.
Yeah, a healthy community really helps you to have a healthy relationship. So that's really something that I want to give away. And yeah, hopefully that helps you. Hopefully that helps somebody
Mhm.
um, in as a couple growing closer to Jesus. And yeah, I think that was it
Yeah, that
for
was
all
the
the
last
questions today.
question, guys. So thank you once again for tuning in. Thank you for sending those questions. They were awesome. They were great.
Keep them coming.
Yeah, keep them coming, I would say. So for the next podcast, I'll just leave it as a surprise. It's going to be a fun one. But make sure that you send in your questions so we can answer them. Make sure you follow us online so that you never miss an episode. So make sure you also subscribe, all that good
Hmm.
stuff. And don't forget to download our free prayer and fasting planner to make sure that you get those God goals.
Yes. All right. See
Thank
you.
you. Bye.